Just wanted to make a video to talk to you about something that um, has really kind of been on my mind lately. And I was like, you know what? Maybe some people need an explanation, or maybe I can do this to kind of help someone else understand, or I don't know. So, um, you know, I guess I've been feeling like that, okay, people are probably being like, okay, what's with this girl? Like, she's been posting about low carb and sugar free for probably like a year and a half, 2 years, whatever, off and on. Um, and is still talking about needing to lose weight. Obviously it's not doing anything for her. What's the deal? So here's the deal is that a little over a year ago, yes, I started eating low carb and sugar free. That was in August. And by Christmas, I had lost 30 pounds. And I felt amazing. Okay. Um, then along came Christmas and New Year's. We had a big family event and there was food galore. I was super busy and just frankly didn't take the time to pay attention to my diet. And I let some things slip back in. And then after New Year's, I kind of started getting back onto it was like, okay, cut that stuff back out. And I was doing better. And at that time, I also began dating someone who was not health conscious, who lived on fast food and sodas, and was a terrible influence in more ways than one. So, girls, don't date a fast food boy. Just saying. So, we dated, for quite a while, and we went out to eat a lot. And I let that just kind of start getting back into my diet. So, over the last couple months, I've just been like, here we go again. And while I have gained about half of the weight that I had lost, I gained that back. I didn't gain it all. So I've had to look at that and be like, okay, I'm not 100% starting over. I'm only 50% starting over. So before it gets too far, I've got to pump the brakes, get back onto it, and get it together. Okay. And so, I'm just slowly but surely, taking one day at a time, one step at a time. And here's some things that I have learned along the way. Number one, don't do it all in one day. Don't wake up one morning and be like, I'm not going to have any sugar. I'm going to have either no or low carbs. I'm going to work out. I'm going to do this, every single day. No, you're not going to do it. If that is not the routine, if that's not the habit you're into, you are going to mess up so many times and then you're going to beat yourself up and just be like, I can't do this. I might as well quit. No, 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 no. Take it one day at a time, one step at a time. If you do nothing else but stop drinking sugar drinks, soda, sweet tea, sugary coffees, and yes, that one hurts, believe me. But I have good news about that too. If that is all you do that for a week and just no sugar, okay? And then start looking at your carb intake. Start checking, how many carbohydrates are in this? Does it have much fiber? Is it a good carb? Is this going to spike my blood sugar? Is this, how is my body going to react to this? And start cutting those things out. Then at that point, you're doing two of the biggest things right there. No sugar and looking at your carbs intake. Okay. Then, if you're into exercise and you're wanting to get active, start going for walks. Start walking. If you have a dog, take your dog for a walk, go to the park. Start small. Don't immediately jump into some crazy big exercise routine because you're going to be hurting. You're going to kill yourself and it's going to hurt. Okay, start walking. Start using a treadmill. Build up to that, okay? So that would be some things that I have learned. Secondly, don't look at it as weight loss. Stop looking at the numbers. Stop using the scale. start looking at the health benefits, start looking at the internal victories. Something I love about the term healthy mama people is they call it a non-scale victory. I love them. Okay. So for me, yes, I have already lost 3 pounds, thankfully. But even bigger than that I started noticing before I ever even stepped back on the scale was that my energy levels have already shot back up. I've been in a better mood and my stomach has been so much better. So sometimes you just have to look at those things that maybe you've stopped craving a Coke. You know, if you're that person every afternoon, you're like, oh man, I need a soda for a pick me up. And now you realize that you're reaching for your water bottle without a second thought, not even looking for that Coke. That's a non scale victory. And for some people, that is huge. That was a huge thing for me. When I first stopped drinking Cokes, I was addicted, like so bad that when I stopped drinking them for the first couple of days, I had withdrawals. I would be shaking, I would have anxiety, and be like, my mind was, I just need a Coke. All this would go away if I had a Coke. And I had to force myself to just walk away, not think about it, do something else. And before I knew it, those cravings went away. And now, every once in a while, you know, even when I was kind of not doing so good, I still didn't get heavy back on Cokes because I knew what they did to me. And they are a huge, huge, huge contributor to diabetes, obesity, weight gain, everything else. Okay. So put the scale in a corner, let it mind its own business for a little while. Get your routine down, get those habits in, learn your body, learn your system, and then incorporate the scale back in to what works for you. Okay. That brings us to point number 3. What works for you? Okay. What is maintainable for you? What is doable? Okay. What can you do that you can actually stick to? If you do something that is totally like so super strict that just really limits you, you may not be able to stick to it and you're going to get frustrated, you're going to quit, you're going to give up. Find something that works. For me, I have to eat 3 meals a day. I cannot skip a meal because I will get a horrible headache. I will start shaking and it's not going to be pretty. Okay, I have to have 3 meals a day. That's just who I am. I cannot completely cut out carbs. This girl enjoys a little bit of carbohydrates. Plus, it's part of the food groups, and I do feel like your body needs that. So I have to be able to eat things every once in a while like brown rice or sweet potato. And like last night, went out to eat, and the meal I got came with a baked potato. You know what? It wasn't that big. I went ahead and ate it. And that was my only, I had a hamburger steak and a salad and a baked potato. I did not feel guilty about that because I have learned that a potato is not going to kill me. Now, had I eaten a potato and macaroni and cheese and a biscuit, yes, that would have been kind of a too much, okay? But as it was a good, balanced meal. So that's okay. So find what is maintainable for you, okay? So that's going to bring me to point number 4. Don't call it a diet. There are too many people do this diet. Oh, I'm gonna diet. New Year's rolls around. Hey, what new diet are you doing? No, you can't look at it as a diet. You have to look at it as a lifestyle. This is how I'm eating. This is how I'm going to live my life. This is how, and all the things, the weight loss, all of the things that come with it are just the added bonus. Okay. So don't look at it as a diet. All right. So those are kind of the 4 main points that I wanted to share that I have learned on my journey thus far. And I have so much more to learn. And, but that is some things that have really helped me that I have learned from other people. And so, yeah. And with that, also, I'm going to put a link to a vlog down below of a girl who answered the question, why am I still fat? And I loved it. I related to it 100%, totally. Is that this girl does keto faithfully. She vlogs about it. She does it. She works out, but she also has PCOS. while she is still smaller than me, she feels like that she is still above what she should be weighing. And here's the thing. PCOS makes it hard to lose weight. Okay? I've always struggled with my weight, but I was not really that big until one summer my hormones were like, screw you. And I gained like 40 pounds over a summer. And it has been a battle of the wills ever since. Okay. So, you know what? I'm going to kind of let y'all watch her video if you want to. She just does a phenomenal job of explaining the reasons of why we may eat low carb and no sugar, keto, THM, Beachbody, whatever, and just lose a little bit of weight here and there. But if we didn't eat that way, we would be gaining weight daily. We would be tired, dealing with stupid hormone symptoms because of our system. So it's kind of a way of helping not only control, hopefully lose weight as we go, but controlling symptoms, helping heal our bodies, and making sure that we don't become obese, making sure that we don't gain more weight, and that we do what we can to help ourselves, because the medicine hasn't worked for me. The medicine they give you for PCOS does not work for me. It messes me up so bad. So I have had to learn to listen to my own body and find what works for me and ways of helping heal my body from the inside out. So I hope that these tips have helped you. I hope maybe you understand. And all of you that encourage me on a daily basis, anytime I post on Facebook about this kind of stuff, thank you. Because that helps. Like, it helps me to feel like that I have my cheer team over here being like, hey, you can do this. Okay? So on that note, I'm going to share with you what I had for my breakfast, because it was super delicious, and to kind of just give you an example of what I would eat, what I like to eat for breakfast. So this is actually going to be 2 portions. I've already eaten half of it. But basically, I just made like a small pan of frittata. This has sausage and broccoli and cheese and eggs. So I got a vegetable. I got like 2 different kinds of protein. I got some dairy from the milk and the cheese. And it was super delicious, super good, completely, pretty much carb free, a little bit of carb in the milk. But, so yeah, I've already eaten half of this, and I'm going to put the lid on it, stick it in the fridge, and this is either going to be my lunch or I'll save it for breakfast tomorrow. So anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this, and I'll see you later. Bye.